just harvested a bunch of straight first year growth kudzu vines today and thought I would film myself preparing them for kudzu fiber. The first step is to go and find some kudzu vines growing across paved areas, parking lots, rocky spots, anywhere that's level and they're growing straight. You want them as straight as possible. And I try to keep them under 10, 12 foot lengths, but between 6 and 12 feet. It's just easier to manage. So the first, kudzu bug hazard. The first thing that you want to do after harvesting is strip the leaves. And if you have goats, they love them. No part of the kudzu plant is toxic. All parts are edible except for the vine. I think, I'm pretty sure about that with the vine. I don't think you would want to eat it. That's the part you would use for fiber production. That's how I make my lampshades, you know, the baskets, you know, this is what you make everything out of, is the vine. Anyway, I'm doing this the slow way, one by one. You can just run your hand down the vine and they just strip right off. But I'm saving these leaves in buckets because I will be making paper from the leaves. And so they need to soak. The way I make my paper is I let the leaves soak for 3 weeks. And then I use the paper pulp to make paper. Okay, so I'm gonna straighten these out over here so that I can have them laid down in one long coil. That wasn't very graceful. And now I'll just go and strip several of these until I have about 10 or 15, and then I'll coil them up in a wreath shape, and that's how I'll soak them in coils for 10 days. And I will put a cover on it to keep the mosquitoes out and the smell down. It's very aromatic, to say the least. Actually, it kind of reminds me of growing up on the dairy farm. So if you grew up on a dairy farm, it kind of smells like a dairy. All the manure and hay and cow, I guess. The green. So all of these have been pretty good about not having anything forked, not branching off anywhere. Keep turning them upside down. If you take it from the tip of the vine and run it down the length, that's the easiest way to take the leaves off. And you could use this, it's just going to be a short strands of fiber, but it's a nice thick straight, so I'm going to save it. So this fiber that I will make after the vines have soaked for 10 days, this isn't exactly the way that it's done in Japan. They bury the vines to ferment in the ground in grass holes, grass covers, and I don't know exactly how they do it. But this is another way to do it here. And you just let it soak for 10 days. So after that, you need to rinse the vines off. And that is best done in a creek, because the creek works with the vine and aids in removing the outside material and helping to keep the vine straight, especially if you've got it running downstream. well, you definitely want it running downstream. So I'm going to do just a few more, and then I will coil those up. Some of the other things that you can make with kudzu fiber besides cloth is grass cloth. You can use it to weave with. I'm going to be experimenting with it with embroidery here with some of my kudzu paper, so I'm kind of excited about that. I'm just now starting to play with what all can be done with kudzu fiber, so I'm still learning too. I guess the wind wanted me to be quiet and just do my work. But it's fascinating to me that this invasive, obnoxious plant that is just destroys trees and takes out foundations is not being utilized because it can produce so much. Okay, so I'm going to stop with this. And I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've just got 6 here, which is good because that will be easy to manage when I uncoil it in the creek. So I'm just going to gather them here. This one was upside down. At all of their ends. And just coil this up. And add it with the other one, and I'm going to do about 15 more of these and start a batch to ret or ferment, however you will. So there's my intro to prepping kudzu vines for fiber.